Hey everybody, today I'm going to do some bacon. I'm actually going to do a sort of a classic pound cake, but I'm going to do a little twist to it. I'm going to make a pound cake with a praline and pecan sauce to it, okay? So we're going to start with a bowl here. Bring this down a little bit for you guys. Okay, straighten this up a little bit. Here you go. All right, so classic bowl. And we're going to start with 2 cups of butter. Okay, it has to be room temperature. All right, so what we're going to do is, and when I say by room temperature, I mean that when you actually put your finger to it, you know, you could leave sort of a fingerprint, but not be squishy where it falls apart on you, all right? So we're gonna do that. 2 cups of butter. Okay, and we're gonna twist this a little bit until it becomes nice and creamy, and I'll show you the end result in a second. Okay guys, after I kind of made it kind of creamy, as you can see, as you can see the texture is kind of creamy. All right, I'm just gonna go and just add 1 cup of sugar to the mix. Okay, start blending that a little bit. And I'll be back after you see this completely blended in. See guys, it's blending in real nicely after I added the sugar. Let's take a look, see? Okay, let me just get some over here real quick. Okay, nice and creamy. Okay. Just gonna do a little bit more. Get it on the side. Okay. Shift everything into the middle. Then I have 4 eggs. I'm just gonna incorporate little by little, okay? Like that I don't have a mess. Basically like 1 egg at a time, okay? As you can see, it's blending in nice and creamy, okay? Now I'm gonna start incorporating the other eggs, and check it out. All right, guys, after I incorporated the 4 eggs, yeah, I had it on low. They have like that, kind of like a soupy type texture, which is fine, because I'm just gonna keep blending it more. What I'm just trying to do is just grab the edges, putting it back into the middle, okay? Now at this point in time, you could do one of the 2 following. Either you could leave it be, and you can add 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract, which I'm gonna do, okay? Or still add the vanilla extract and add 1 tablespoon of this into the mix. But I'm gonna not do that because I wanna make my own cream sauce after that. So I'm gonna opt out and put the praline afterwards, all right? So I'm going to continue with the mixing. Once I get it nice and creamy, and I'll be back with the end result. Okay guys, so I ran it through the mill. Don't worry about it if you see little clumps of butter still in there, because it's going to melt in the oven as it cooks. In here I have 1.5 cup of flour, I actually ran it through the strainer. Okay. I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of salt. No, 1 teaspoon of salt, sorry. And a half a teaspoon of baking powder. Okay. And I'm just gonna incorporate it in here, little by little. Okay, and mix it up. And I'll be back. All right, guys, as you can see, I'm done mixing. This is the end result of the cake mix, okay? Once again, if you want to use the option of using the praline liqueur, you could put wood cat food in here. If not, just leave it traditionally, okay? And we're just gonna set it to the side. And we'll take this loaf pan here, I'm gonna butter it up, and we'll put some powder on it, and then I'm gonna show you a neat trick, okay? Little special ingredient, steel cross style. All right, guys, as you can see, I buttered it up, okay? Make sure I pay extra attention to the crease, okay? I'm gonna put about a tablespoon of flour in there. I'm just going to toss it around just to coat the whole pan. Once again, concentrating on the crease. I want to give a special shout out for my daughter that gave me this apron. M&M. Came with the matching hat. I'll show it to you guys later. Thank you, hon, for the gift. Okay. I'll just coat the thing myself with my finger. Around a little bit. All right, guys. So as you can see, have it powdered, have it buttered, okay? Now, traditionally, I would just pour the batter straight in, but this is what I'm gonna do today. I got myself some fresh basil, okay? Now, what I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna put some basil, cutting the stem off, inside the pan. Yes, my pound cake is gonna have basil in it. And the reason why is because basil actually brings out the flavor in a lot of desserts. Gives it this great aroma, this great flavor, especially when it's incorporated with eggs and sugar, believe it or not. Another thing that you could use is actually beets. You can actually turn beets into desserts. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use this big sucker right here and just line it across. Put these 2 little ones right here. Okay, so basically it's gonna look like this. Okay, guys? And I'm just gonna leave it there, pour the mixture on top, and then I'm gonna bake this for 350 on the 350 for 40 minutes, okay? When I finish this pound cake and I turn it over, you're gonna see this basil. It's gonna be nice and cooked. It's gonna be like translucent, kind of like a gummy bear type of texture. You're gonna see, it's gonna be nice. All right, so I'm just gonna pour this right in, right on top. think the last time I made a pound cake was about 15 years ago, so hopefully it can come out okay. All right, spread it out a little bit. Actually tastes quite delicious. Under 350 degrees, 40 minutes in the center rack. And I'll be back not only to show you the baked pound cake, but we're gonna prepare the Pralines and cream afterwards. Right back. All right, the moment of truth. 350 degrees, 40 minutes. I let it rest for a nice little 20 minutes here, okay? So I'm just gonna turn this cake over. As you can see, the basil, nice and translucent. Trust me guys, when you bite into this, it's actually gonna taste amazing, okay? I'm just gonna take this little bad boy here, whoa, and turn it over, okay? There you go. This little bad boy back here. All right, I'm just gonna cut the edges off here, okay? And nicely cooked. Come join me in the stove. I'm about to make the sauce for this. Now guys, I'm gonna make my praline and pecan sauce. The cream, the creme de la creme. As you can see, the water's boiling. I'm just gonna take a glass bowl, just gonna put it right on top, okay? And I'm gonna add 3 egg yolks, okay? 3 tablespoons of sugar. I'm gonna do this quick, guys. And 2 capfuls of the liqueur, which is 1 ounce, okay? And I'm gonna start to whisk. Take it off the heat. Put it back in. Start to whisk. So it's nice and creamy. Take it off the heat. Back on. Just keep whisking. We're getting nice and creamy, guys. Come join me as I plate my pound cake with the praline and pecan sauce. All right, guys, here goes my pound cake. Nice. Here comes the praline cream that I made, okay? What I'm just gonna do is I'm gonna let this cake absorb it. Just simple. Just let it pour. Don't worry about it, okay? Just let it marinate. Nice and delicious. Look how creamy it is, okay? So you're not gonna overwhelm your pound cake with the flavor of the praline. So now I got some fresh pecans, okay? And then over here is a coffee grinder. So what I wanna do is I'm gonna put a few in here, okay? So you gotta get some of this to crush. It used to work before, but if it doesn't, doesn't work. Just gonna go on the blooper wheel. Anyway, let me get a Ziploc bag. Let me bang it a little bit and let me crush some of it. Then I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna plate it. I'll be right back. Alright guys, took a little Ziploc bag, took some of the pecans, okay, kind of crushed it. All I wanna do is just sprinkle some of it on top. Right, just let it neat. You know, you guys can actually, when you put the sauce in it, you can put it in the refrigerator for the next day and let the pound cake really soak up this praline sauce, and it'll actually be amazing. All right, so we're just gonna go and start with our plating. So I got this little fancy smashy little dish here, okay? And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a full spoon, just put some on the plate here. Okay. Just like that. Let's cut this bad boy. Nice thick pieces. Look how light, delicious, airy pound cake. Okay. Put some of the sauce on the top. Let it soak up on the sponge. And there you have it. This is a vanilla pound cake with praline and pecan liqueur made in the sauce on the pound cake. All right, here you go. Bon appetit. Done.